Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Jet and Airways, where a smile goes a long way. Now today we are in head office in San Diego. There's my office over there. You can see it just over, not far away from the beautiful bakery shop that we have there in the small shopping center in our head office terminal building. And look out on the tarmac, what we have out here on the tarmac, guys. We have just bought for Jet and Airways the brand new ATR 72-600. Oh yeah. We've also got the ATR 42-600 because they come as a set. But we do not have them painted yet in Jet and Airways colours. I don't think I'll get both of them painted. I think I'll just get one of them painted for the airline. Which one? I haven't quite decided yet. I'm thinking it is probably going to be the 72. Just come out on the market right now, right today. So I don't think I'm the first, but Jet and Airways is probably one of the first virtual airlines to actually buy it and get it into their fleet. So I'm pretty happy about that. So let's go over and have a bit of a closer look at it. Today we're just going to have a look around. Later in the day we're going to do a heck of a lot more, but today I want to have a close look at it. Is it really an expert aircraft? Is it really study level? How well has it been modeled? How well has it been textured? These are some of the questions we're going to look at now, and then I'm going to do some more videos and we'll look at it a lot closer and answer some of those other questions. So today we're doing our outside walk around, as all pilots do before they start up their plane. And then we're going to jump inside. We're going to have a close look at the rivets, the nuts and bolts, the details of the inside, the cabin, and all those important things which add immersion to a really good study level aeroplane. Now I'm just standing at the front here on the tarmac, having a good look at it, looking at the textures really. Is it clear? Is it fuzzy? How does it look? And of course, when it comes to study level, we always compare it with what PMDG produced, don't we? And there are other companies that produce beautiful aeroplanes, Aerosoft and a few of the others. But the benchmark seems to be PMDG, what they produce. We look at the quality and the level that they produce. Anything else comes out, we compare with that. But we all know that there are times when PMDG's texturing is not actually the best as well. When the first 700 came out, some of the texturing wasn't all that great, to be honest. But I think they have improved it, they have updated it, and really you have to look pretty closely to find any faults with the PMDG 737 series. But they are there, I assure you. So let's have a look at this one and see how far we have it. We've got it in the Air Tahiti livery here. I think there's only 2 liveries that come with it. I thought it had in the advertising, it had a whole section of liveries. Maybe we have to go into the marketplace and download a set of livery, but I installed the plane, the 72 and the 42, and there's only about 3 liveries. I'm surprised. That's all you got. So maybe we have to download all the extra liveries as an extra. I hope we don't have to pay for them, because just getting 3 liveries I think is not good. Let's have a look here. Now these little things here, these are for the detection, or the leveler detection. They tell the plane whether you're level, or whether you're nose up or nose down. No step danger heated probe, so you can read the label there. It is very clear. Now these are actually modelled quite nice. They're certainly not painted on. They definitely are 3D. Look at them. They look sort of like brass or coppery sort of colour or finish. Let's come down here. There's some more labels up there. No step danger heated probe. That is quite good. That is very clear. Very small writing, isn't it? Come back here and see how small it is. It's incredible, and I can read it. There we go, we can read it. No step danger heated probe. So let's have the tyres. Now the tyres look really well modelled. You can actually see that they are a little bit flat. Well, they're not really flat, but you can see that there's a lot of weight on those tyres. They're a little bit flat at the bottom with all the weight coming down on them. That is very, very cool. I like that. The tyres that just look perfectly round, they don't look like there's any real weight on them, do they? But those just look really, really cool. They really look like there's a lot of weight on those tyres. Okay, the inside of the landing gear doors, quite nice. The tyres, the tread, they look quite a little bit grainy. Oops, my yoke, my drone camera is a bit too sensitive, a bit too fast. See if I can get in a little bit closer. I mean, yeah, look at that, the scratches and the marks on the undercarriage. Now you don't normally do this, do you, when you have an aeroplane or you're flying in your flight simulator? Get down and look too close to all these details. We only do it once when we buy the plane. After that, we never ever worry about it ever again. We're never going to read the labels. But it's something you always do first time, just to have a look around and just to see how much work they've done in the texturing, and just to see how good it actually is. And to me, that looks pretty damn good, I have to be honest. And I've been waiting. Everyone has been waiting for a small to mid-sized little regional airliner to come out. It's been ages since we've had another airliner come out for a Microsoft Flight Simulator in the marketplace. It's been an age. It's been like walking across the desert without your water bottle. You're hanging out, you're thirsty. Come on, give me something. And I've been waiting a long time for something like this. X-Plane has one, of course, and that is real study level. That is a beautiful plane, but we've been waiting for a small regional turboprop airliner, something a bit bigger than the little wee puddle jumpers that we've been getting. And this could be it. By the look of that texturing and the modelling, from the outside anyway, it looks every bit as good, if not a bit better, than the normal standard default airplanes that Microsoft Flight Simulator have given us. But that looks beautiful. The front wheels got weight on it, the tyres have got the tread and the grain. Look at that. You can almost smell the rubber. Oh yeah, I can smell the rubber. Look at the grain and the wear on those tyres. That is very cool. Very, very nice. Let's come up a little bit. Have a look at the nose. These sort of ridges that are on here. Nothing's painted on. It's all seems to be 3D modelled. All 3D modelled. That is very, very cool. Quite happy with that. So let's come up here, have a bit of a look up here. We've got our pilots in there. They're looking pretty happy, pretty pleased with themselves, sitting in there. Lovely. The rivets, yeah, we can count the rivets around the window frames, guys. We can count the rivets. Okay, so let's continue our walk around. One of the things I want to see is the leading edge on the wings and the propellers. The motors, of course, are really, really important. You love looking, I just love the look of propellers going around and starting up, and that little puff of smoke comes out. It's really immersive, and when you're flying, of course, you look at the wing view and you want to see these propellers whining away, these beautiful twin turboprops. Yeah, it looks quite nice. They look brand new. I'm wondering if they could have had a little bit of aging or something on them, but everything looks pretty brand new, which is fine. I mean, these are still flown often a lot around the world by airliners. Air New Zealand have been flying these for many, many years, and we still have them flying around New Zealand all the time. They're like flies on a piece of dead meat. You know, they're buzzing around everywhere, these planes. So they are a common sight. I see them go over my place to land every single day. I'm right in the flight path of the landing area in Auckland International Airport. They're so close I could reach out and touch them with my hand. I just love going to work out in my workshop and every day just watching the big planes come in every morning. But let's have a look at this leading edge. I know in the PMDG 737 there were some areas like this that just weren't that well textured. Let's just sort of have a closer look here, but these textures look quite good. Dare I say it, they look a little bit better than the 737s when they first came out. Now we've got our little wing light here and a little navigation light, and it's sort of got a glass covering over it, and you can see the glass bubble, the glass covering there. The bubble is comes right out, and the light is on the inside there. That is well done. That is very nicely done. We'll have a closer look at that when we fire up the engines and turn on the lights. Maybe in the dark when it's sunset or something, those lights will look just beautiful. But the leading edge on that wing I think looks quite nice. Looks very good. The textures on the engine, let's have a look, closer look. Oh yeah. Like I say, there is not much aging or stains or marks or something that looks like the engine's been running. Everything looks pretty brand new out of the factory. A little bit of aging, I think, and stains or marks around the smoky sort of marks around the engine, heat stains, maybe heat marks around the engine. Could have been a little bit nice. Now if you look at the wing textures up there, a little bit squarish, could be but I'm just being really picky, really fussy. I'm trying to think of something to say for the video, to be honest with you, but I like it. I really do like it. Very nice textures, very nice. Okay, so let's have a look at the undercarriage down here. Let's come down here, have a look at the wheels. Now these wheels don't seem to have the same amount of weight on them as the front wheel. The front wheel looked a little bit flat because it had all the weight on it. But this one almost looks like it's floating. And this is pretty much under the motor, under the wing. I really thought that this wheel, if any of the wheels, would have more weight on it, so it would be a little bit more flat. The front wheel was a little flat because of the weight, but this one almost looks like it's just touching the ground. Almost looks like it's floating. I think they should have carried that theme right through to the other wheels, so they all look like they're carrying that extra little bit of weight. Then again, I am being fussy because I'm making a video about how good it is. The tyres, same as the front tyres, they've got some tread, they've got some marks, they've got little stone chips on them, they've got textures and everything. They look quite nice. The landing gear itself, the mechanism of the landing gear, this is good. The little hydraulic system there for the landing gear. Right, we're up in the wheel well now. Right up in the wheel well. The mechanism looks nicely modelled. Then again, let's have a look over here. Could be a little bit more weathering, a little bit more dirt and muck, or it does look rather clean. But that's fine. I'm not going to be up in here when I'm flying the plane, okay? I just want to know the wheels come down when I'm going to land, or they come up when I take off. That's the only thing I really care about. The tyres, they've done a good job of the tyres. There are scratches and marks and wear and tear on them. There are quite grainy looking, bit of stone chips and marks in them. So they've done quite good with that. Quite nice. I'll let you make your own decision, guys. But you're not going to be down in here when you're flying the plane, so it doesn't really matter a hill of beans. But when you get into these sort of places, it does help you appreciate. It does help you understand how much work they've put into it, and whether they have a really good eye for detail or not. If they have a really good eye for detail in some of these areas, it probably means that it's carried over to a lot of other areas in the plane as well. But I'm liking it. I really am liking it. We'll see if this tyre here, but you see what I mean with these tyres, don't you? They sort of almost look like they're floating compared to the front one. That actually, the front one actually looks like it has a lot of weight on it, you see? It's got a lot of weight on it. That looks fantastic. It really does. But these middle ones are sort of floating. Sort of floating. But very cool. It's got a bit of shine. It's got some rivets there. I don't think the rivets are 3D. They're pretty flat, the little rivet marks. I think they've been painted to look like they're sort of 3D. Not sure if they are sort of. I don't know how closer I can get, but yeah, there we go. But you know, that's being really finicky, isn't it? It's being really finicky. The windows from the outside look very, very good. They definitely look 3D. We've got some little details up here under the wing. Let's have a look. Yep. And they look 3D. Now look through the windows here. You can see inside the cabin. You can see all the seats and everything in there. It's quite dark because it's bright outside, but that's very, very cool. You can see all the seating inside, and those little pieces up there you can read. Magnetic fuel level. You can read every little label that is on this plane. That is quite nice. That is nice. Okay, so let's have a walk around the back and have a look from the back. Quite a nice livery, this one. I'm surprised we've only got 3 liveries, but you know, maybe they're in. I didn't look in the marketplace. I need to have another look in the marketplace. Maybe there's another set or something we can download. But I'll be pretty disappointed if we've only got 3 liveries with the whole plane. But it cost me. But listen to this, it cost me $18, 18 New Zealand dollars. So that's why I pretty much bought it straight away. It's not a big risk, is it? It's not a risk, it's not a financial outlay, really. $18, that's about almost 2 cups of coffee here in New Zealand when you go out. Maybe 2.5 cups of coffee, that's it. So I just think it is worth the risk because well, there is no risk at that price. I think it's worth buying and having a go at, guys. I really, really do. I've been waiting a long, long time for a new airliner to come out this size. There are up the top, ATR 72-600. The little lights at the top there, the little aerial for the Wi-Fi and all those sort of things. But this looks nice. I really like it. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. What do you think of the rendering, the texturing and the modeling? To me, I think it looks really, really cool. I think it's time to have a look inside, guys. I'm pretty happy with the outside, to be honest. Very, very happy with the outside. Very, very happy. Okay, so let's go on in, have a look at the cabin area, and then we'll have a look at the engine room, the cockpit, and we'll see what that's like. Okay, so here we are. And here we've got a little phone there, a little cabin phone for the flight attendants. Okay, our first look at the cabin. Got some pretty bright blue carpet there, which is okay because that's going to match in with the colours from Jet and Airways, isn't it? We've got ATR on the headrests. Well, that's quite nice. It's quite nice. It's a lot better. It's a lot better than the PMDG 737's cabin. Do you remember when that one first came out? That was really basic and just really basic and cartoony. Now they've updated, of course, it looks a heck of a lot better. But this doesn't look cartoony, really. This looks quite nice. The seats look like I can just sit in there and relax and have a little sleep. All the labels and the things around the windows here, you can actually read them all. Flight, hand, right hand side, exit. Okay, so you've got the labels there that you can actually read, the exit button and everything there, which is very cool. You can read every label and bit of writing in this plane, guys. Not that that's what you want to do every time you go for a fly, but it just shows you the level of detail that they've put into it. It's and as an artist, as someone who enjoys looking at the planes, the beauty of the planes, the art of the planes, actually more than I do all the electrical systems. I know I'm a shallow person, honey. I'm a shallow person, okay? I really am a shallow person. But I like this cabin. I'm liking it. Let's go for a little bit of a walk and we'll see. My drone camera is just moving too fast everywhere. I want to go nice and slow, but I seem to be going 100 miles an hour everywhere I go. These seats look lovely. The headrests with the ATR logo on them. The seats are maybe a little bit clean and brand new. It would be, I think they could have put a little bit of wear on the seats maybe. They could have put a bit of wear and that on the seats just to make them look like they've been sat in and used. This plane looks like it's brand new out of the factory. Now that's okay by me. I don't mind having a brand new plane for Jet and Airways. I'm happy with that. But it's just one of those little things that I think some people would have really liked to see. But the carpet, look at the carpet, the texturing on the carpet, that is nice. It's blue carpet with little pink dots. Can't see any chewing gum or anything, biscuit crumbs or anything. Doesn't really look like it's been vacuumed about 500 times and cleaned. That is brand new out of the factory, guys. I know brand new carpet when I see it. And that is brand new, which is lovely. It's just lovely. Now down here we've got another seat. Now you see the stitching on the seat too. Just notice that. If you have a look, if I can get my drone in the right place, it's a bit of a nuisance this, but you can see the stitching in the seat. Got a phone there, intercom, we've got a toilet. Can we open the toilet door? No, we can't seem to open the toilet door there. The fold out stairs for the door here. When the door opens up, there's the stairs. One on the other side. Now there must be a toilet at the front, so let's go down to the front and have a look for the toilet down there. I don't think we can open any of these overheads. Can we? Push? Yeah, no, we can't. So I wonder if the cabin door opens to go into the cockpit. Let's have a look at that, shall we? Let's have a look, see if the cabin door works. It's always nice to be able to open the door and walk through, other than just, you know, walk through the wall like we have to do in some of the other planes. So let's see if we can actually open the door. Bathroom door. Is there a bathroom up this end of the plane, or is it just down the back? I think the bathroom's just down the back. Now the cursor does highlight. The cursor does highlight when I go over the door. Maybe that's, I don't know, but it doesn't actually open. Maybe that's because I'm in drone mode. I'm not sure. In drone mode, you cannot actually interact with the plane. You cannot control the plane. You cannot interact with it at all when you're in drone mode. So I'm not surprised when I click on something, things don't work. But that's a nice photo. That's a nice cabin. I do like that. I think the lighting could be a little bit better, to be honest. The shading and the lighting could be a little bit better. And the seats, it's got the leather, it's got the stitching on the seats, but I think the seats could look a little bit more leathery or something. They are rather plain and smooth. So I'll take a photo of that. Okay, so let's go into the cockpit, shall we? And here we are in the engine room, guys. Now I just want to see if I can actually open the cabin door. So let's have a go at that. The cabin is looking very nice, very well detailed. And let's see if I can open the door. There's the handle there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That is lovely. That is very cool. So let's move through here. What have we got? We got a bit of a bulkhead space here. I could put my bags, put my overnight bags, all different stuff I could put here. Now what's this? Oh, this is the, is this another, the entrance door? It's another hatch. It's not a proper, is it the main entrance to the plane? I mean, is that where the jetway connects there? Maybe it is. I'm not sure. There's another door here. This will go through to the cabin. There we go. That is nice. That is nice. So we've got those side doors there. That must be where the jetway sort of connects, or the stairs connect. We've got the door here through to the cockpit. No toilet up this end of the plane, it appears. I don't think. No. What is that? Is that a toilet there? No, that's the door, isn't it, that folded back. And we've got the door that just goes through to the cabin. That's better. This is moving nice and slow. Because we're not in drone mode, we can interact with with the plane and the door handles and switches. But I was in drone mode before, so I couldn't interact or do anything. So this is just in move around the cabin mode. So we can actually interact, which is pretty cool. So maybe later I try out that bathroom door down the other end and see if that actually opens. But this is nice. I'm liking this. I am liking it. Now we can't open the door from the inside. I guess that would be just not on. What's these marks here? There's looking like this. Looks like they're not. The door's not sealed. There's. Now I can see the bit of rendering here. There are holes in the plane. There are holes in the plane here. Oh no, it's not. Excuse me. I apologize. It's not. It's just the light reflecting very, very brightly on those highlights, and Just wondering where that light's coming from. Is there a really strong light up here? Maybe there is a very strong light. But this is sort of acting a little bit funny. This texturing here is a little bit of a worry. Looks like there's light coming in from outside. The door's not sealed properly. It was a little bit funny. And when I look at the texturing on this door, I can see funny things happening as well. Like the door's not sealed properly. We got this wall here with no texturing on it. It looks like it's just the outside light coming through a hole in the wall. It's moving around a bit funny. To me, it doesn't look properly finished. That's my opinion. Doesn't look properly finished at all. Some weird things are happening there with the interior textures. And I think it sort of continues over onto that side as well. Up there. Just not finished properly in some areas. But the rest of it, the part that is done properly is really, really nice. But the parts that aren't finished properly are just a little bit weird. Okay. So overall, the cabin out of 10, I would give it probably a 6 out of 10 for the cabin, the passenger area. Okay, so let's come into the engine room. This is where most of us are going to be working pretty hard. If we buy this plane, we're going to be spending a heck of a lot of time in here. And let's be honest, this is the most important part of the simulator. Some of them don't have much cabins at all, and you can't even open the door because, well, this is the main simulator, isn't it? Got your fuse board up here. It's all rendered. I love the colouring. The colouring is sort of faded, a little bit worn, a little bit old. Even though the cabin area is all brand spanking new in every way, shape and form, in the cabin, in the cockpit, it does look old and aged. I can see the discolouring on the metal walls there. So that is very nice. I'm liking that. The seats, I like the seats. The texture on the cloth seats is really nice. I'm glad they're not sheepskin, woolly sheepskin seats like the PMDG seats. I don't really like the woolly sheepskin PMDG seats. I just feel like I want to sneeze all the time. I feel they're full of dust. I need to take them outside, give them a good shake. And one thing I did like about the 737 MAX is the seats, the textures and the colours on the seats. But these seats are smooth and they're worn. You can see a bit of discolouring, a little bit of mark on them. That is nice. Now look at the panel. I like this panel at the back. All the buttons, switches, they are 3D. And the little chrome handles there. If you're pulling out the panel or opening the panel, you grab those handles. They are lovely. It's a lovely fuse board there, fuse panel. Throttle quadrant here. Let's have a look at the throttle quadrant. Yeah, quite nice. That's nice. What do you think? Let me know what you think in the comments. I love the shiny MFDs, the displays and everything. That looks quite good. Let's come back in here. Now we do have an electronic flight bag. I wonder if that works. But that is lovely. That is nice. It's nice to have the electronic flight bag. Texturing on the walls, the colouring on the walls looks good. It looks aged. Looks really, really nice. The flight yoke looks good. Looks very sort of plasticky and strong and robust. It's got a little bit of a shine to it. I think that's looking quite cool as well. So this is where we're going to be sitting most of the time. And I think it looks nice. I think it looks very, very comfortable. I like having the electronic flight bag. It'll be interesting. And be interesting to see how study level this plane is. How do we bring Okay, what is that? It highlights some. Oh, there we go. There we go. We can highlight it and bring it down. Ah, that is cool. That is nice. Why it's a bright orange color, I don't know. Couldn't they do a nice blue or a dark green or something that tints the sky? Why they have to do it a bright orange color? I'm not sure. Maybe you can tell me. Maybe there's a reason for that, a safety reason. I don't know. If you know what it is, let me know in the comments. I'm not very fond of having a bright glowing orange plastic square in front of me. The overhead panel looks all pretty cool. Looks very nice. Let's slew our way over here to have a look at it. Yeah, nice switches. They look quite metally, the silver ones. The plastic ones look like sort of real plastic sort of a colour. They look quite plasticky. Nice. Now the proof of the pudding is in the tasting, isn't it? Do all of these switches work? Now I'm going to be honest with you guys, I have no idea how to start this beast. I'm going to be learning this from square one, day one. And and if you want to do it as well and learn along with me, and we'll fly it together, have a go. 18 New Zealand dollars. Now I don't know what it is where you are, but in here in New Zealand, $18. You can't even buy a cup of coffee and a muffin for $18 when you go out for a drink. So I don't know. I think it's worth a go. I really think it is worth a go. They say it is an expert level plane. If it's anywhere near a study level or an expert plane, I'd say I've got really good value for money. I really would. Really good value for money if it is anywhere near a study level plane or an expert plane. So that's it, guys. A good look around at the detail level in this ATR. I am happy with it. I really am happy with it, what I've got here. Of course, the proof of the pudding is in the flying and the sounds of the engine and the propellers and the turboprops. That's going to be a big part of the immersion, really, not just the way it looks. So that's going to be on our next video. We're going to start it up and test out those beautiful big turboprop engines. Hope you've enjoyed this video, the first look at the details and the texturing and the rendering of the plane. I'll see you back here very soon. Subscribe, hit the like, make a comment, and let's learn how to fly this beast and get some regional little routes done and flights done for Jet In Airways. I think it's going to be a real good asset to the fleet, a real good asset to the airline. Hi to all the Jet In pilots. Appreciate your work and your effort. You do a great job flying passengers around for the airline. And my time's been a bit funny lately, so I haven't had a lot of time to fly for Jet In Airways. Most of you know I do run a company, and I'm helping out with another company as well. So my time is very, very well, it's very rare that I get to sit down and put a few hours into Flight Simulator. I have been playing some other games, to be honest. But probably over the next week I'll be putting more time into Flight Simulator, and I'll be trying to get my head around the ATR 72 or the 42-600. Take care, guys. Talk to you again soon. Thanks for watching. Cheers. Over and out.